Hello and welcome back to our partner spotlights. I'm so happy to have on the line here, and I just found out he's right across the street. He's in the office today. We have Gunnar Fox on the line. He's the Vice President and General Manager of the PPL Center, which is our arena in downtown Allentown. So I know Gunnar has overseen the PPL Center in its infancy since before it was erected as a building. So Gunnar, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So our audience members, they are local residents, they are visitors, they are colleagues in the industry, if you will. And so I would love for you to just kind of give us the brief overview of the arena and the PPL Center, if you could.
Sure. PPL Center is a 10,000 capacity arena located in the heart of downtown Allentown, which is essentially the catalyst for the redevelopment and revitalization of downtown Allentown. We opened in September of 2014 with the Eagles as our first show, home to the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, which is in the American Hockey League, the American Hockey League affiliate of the Philadelphia Flyers, which is right down the street from us. The arena is managed by Spectra Venue Management, which is a national private management company that we manage over 270 arenas, convention centers, theaters, fairgrounds, across the world, primarily in North America. We host about 150 plus events a year, welcoming more than 500,000 people to Allentown. Right now, as we sit in November of 2020, I believe we're at over 860 events since we opened, and about 3.2 million people have come through the doors of PPL Center. So it's been wildly successful so far.
And 2019 was a really successful year as well, right? Or
2019 was huge for us. Probably was going to be one of our best years yet. Typically you see arenas have kind of like a honeymoon period when they first open, and then things kind of flatten off. But what we've seen here is things just continue to be on the upswing, which is great news. And it's really a testament to the support that we get from the community, the ticket buying public, because that's what keeps these events coming. And, the fact that the building can sell tickets is a huge, sales tool for me to sell the arena and the market to the promoters and agents across the world.
And it's truly a sales tool for just the city of Allentown, having this arena in the urban environment. I think I mentioned, I live a stone's throw from the apartment, or from the arena, excuse me. So yeah, got it. So selfishly, I love it. I saw Kiss earlier this year in concert there. I've attended, Lehigh Valley Phantoms games right after work. It was in walking distance. We've hosted some corporate events there. So the place is really a multi-use, multi-purpose facility. It's super cool. So I know you also are on the board for the Allentown Chamber as well as our board of directors. And it's so great to have someone with the arena background that you have and right here in the city of Allentown kind of, representing what we represent in tourism as well. So it's super cool. I know the recent announcement with the NCAA and their awards of championships happened, and the PPL Center was awarded some events. So can you talk a little bit about what we can see in the world of NCAA coming up?
Absolutely. So we have the men's ice hockey regional coming in 2022, 2023, and 2025. Which will be the third, fourth, and fifth times that we've hosted. We hosted also in 2018 and 2019, and they were wildly successful. We partner with Penn State, which oddly enough has kind of a local fling to it now too, because when we first started going through the bid process for this, we had a relationship with Penn State to a degree, but an ex, hockey player that I used to know, Bill Downey, who is now the Phantoms hockey operations manager, was at the time the hockey operations manager for Penn State's hockey team. So we kind of connected, talked about, hey, would you guys be interested in partnering on this? And they were excited about it. We were excited about it. First year was fantastic. Penn State made the tournament, which means that whenever Penn State makes the tournament, they automatically are placed here.
Oh,
at their
funny.
hosted regional. So anytime they make it, we obviously, have a big successful event as far as ticket sales wise goes. The second year that we hosted, unfortunately, they didn't make it, but it was still wildly successful. And part of what makes that is our local community, the fact that we have the Lehigh Valley Phantom, so we have players who have participated in that before that we can draw on and kind of tie that into the promotion of the event. The hotel being right
Hmm.
attached to the arena is a huge selling point for that event, because they can use that as their host hotel. They have a couple teams that are stationed there, and all they have to do is take an elevator from their room down to the locker room, which is
It's
uh,
luxurious. I mean, it's an
it is. It's
amazing
it's amazing.
experience. Definitely. And, oftentimes at Discover Lehigh Valley, we're looking at new events to bring into the area that haven't booked here before. But it's so cool to hear just the success story of, you've booked this event multiple years in a row and they keep wanting to come back. I think that's just a great testament to, the level of service that you provide to the event. And then, like you said, all of the accommodations and just the city factor that surround the arena, which is really cool. So speaking, that event is one thing, but let's talk about what was the largest event that has ever been held at the PPL Center.
We had a couple that were kind of neck and neck. Both did slightly over 10,000. One was Carrie Underwood, and the other was Elton John twice. Once in 2016, and then he opened his farewell tour in 2018 here at PPL Center.
I'm
All three
still
of those
hearing
were,
about the Elton John concert that was here, and unfortunately, I didn't live here at the time, but I heard it was pretty epic. So that's cool. And
yes, he
and
puts on an amazing show.
I can only imagine. And then what about a unique event? Maybe one that stood out more so than others.
Uniqueness wise, I mean, there's so many different events that we do here, just because of we're a multi-purpose facility. We're not just a concert hall. We're not just a hockey arena. We have different meeting rooms that we're able to utilize and different setups. So we can pretty much set up an event for anything. But a couple that come to mind, Mack Trucks did the reveal of one of their new trucks here. And they set it up so uniquely, where you had a tunnel coming into the arena. Like, the people that were coming in really felt like they were kind of walking the red carpet
Mm.
into this experience with open bars and the new truck on display at one of the arena. And then they had a stage in one spot. That was really cool event to see it put together and just see the place used in a different way that it's not typically done. But then, funny enough, this coming weekend we have a hot tub and spa expo blowout sale that's
Wow.
happening November 6th, 7th, and 8th, which I think is a really unique thing. It'll be, one of the first events that we're hosting in quite a while, unfortunately, but happy
Yeah,
to, welcome some people back into the arena finally.
definitely. Are bathing suits? Are people bringing their suits, or no? I'm just
Sure.
kidding. Good. Yeah, it's interesting when you talk about Mack Trucks, and some people may not know that Lehigh Valley and Allentown is home to Mack Trucks, and you all, pay homage to that in the events that you put on, as well as it's really cool to see at the Phantoms games when you go. There's a Zamboni dedicated to Peeps, and Peeps is out of the Lehigh Valley, just born. Is headquartered here. Producer Peeps and Mike and Ike's and Hot Tamales. So it's just cool to see that kind of infiltrate into our venues and the events that go on. So do you want to talk anything about, kind of some local collaborations that exist there at the arena?
Sure. You kind of took one of the big ones that we
Yeah,
have,
the fun one.
yeah, both of our Zambonis are actually very unique. Obviously the Peeps Zamboni, and then our other one is with Agentis and Mr. Rooter. And we have an actual faucet that comes off the back of the Zamboni that lights up and looks like it's running water from this huge faucet that comes off the back. But another cool one, going back to Mack Trucks, is the goal horns for the Phantoms games.
Mm.
When the Phantoms score, we have 4 different sets of actual Mack truck horns that go off, and it is insanely loud.
Yeah, you
which
can't
always
not
gets
help
everybody
but hear.
excited.
Yes, yeah, everyone
Absolutely.
knows in downtown Allentown what's going on over there at the arena. No,
Absolutely.
that's cool. Well, I thank you for all that you're doing. I know this time has been a little challenging to say the least, especially in the operations that you oversee at the arena. And I think we just shared some messages about what people think you do at your job, and it's not just watching concerts and attending these events yourself. You're now welcoming people back to the venue safely, and it sounds like you're going to have that with the event coming up this weekend. So we definitely appreciate you and your team and the efforts that you're putting forth to really get visitors back into the arena and back into the venue. So we'll definitely stay tuned at the events calendar and how it kind of transpires, and make sure that we can inform people all that you're doing over there.
Great, and thank you very much too. Everything that Discover Lehigh Valley does to, this is not just about the arena. It takes a village, as they say, to bring these events in and make sure that they're happy while they're here and want to come back. And that's what's going to ultimately lead to the long-term success, is having the partnerships that we have, and all of us working together to do that. So thank you.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Gunnar, for your time today. Is there anything else you want to leave us with before we sign off?
I don't think so. I mean, it's time to get back to doing events, and we're ready. We've been working on plans for a long time, and of course they've changed a thousand times over that course. But we are definitely ready to safely welcome people back to the arena. We can't
And
wait to do it.
we are looking forward to it. So, all right. Until next time, Gunnar, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you.